Hi guys, Moran here. This is not going to be a video that a lot of you like, a lot of you are interested in, and it'd probably be better, honestly, if I don't make this video, just because, kissing everybody's butt is, how you progress fast on the YouTube or any side of content creation, to be honest, is never speaking your mind, always, being a stick in the mud, always being a fence sitter, and never saying anything. But yeah, I hate that. If ever you watch my streams, you watch my YouTube, I don't like fence sitting or pretending to be on one side or the other. Like, I really like, telling it, wearing myself on my sleeve, like letting you know, being completely as honest as I can be. So I need to be honest in the fact that I've been getting a lot of comments over my whole time on YouTube, really. Basically ever since I started getting traction, and people have come to the understanding that I'm a killer main, and I love killer, and killer's great. People have been leaving comments just talking about like how much they hate survivors, how much the survivor side is the worst side ever, how survivors are what's wrong with the game. I hope they nerf survivors into the dirt. I hope survivors never get anything ever again. And there seems to be this like understanding that like just because I like killer a lot, and killer's my favorite role by a lot, like literally my stats, if you check that DBD stats site that I posted on Thanksgiving, I'm 70-30. I'm 70% a killer main and 30% a survivor main. That's literally how the math goes, because you can actually check the math, which is really cool. But yeah, I play killer 70% of the time, play survivor 30% of the time. I prefer killer a lot. I think it's really, really fun. I like playing some of my favorite horror characters of all time, like Freddy, Mukul, etc, etc. Pinhead's a thing now, even though Pinhead is an NFT man. Pyramid Head, like, there's a lot of cool characters in there now. And I think it's cooler because it's more of a challenge. But this video is not about like why I like killer. This video is talking to the killer main community, because I worry about you very deeply. I worry about you very deeply, because to me, I turn on the game, I play the role I prefer, and I just go do my thing, right? Like, I'm not thinking about like the greater role of killer as opposed to how the devs feel about it, how the community feels about it. I fire up the game, I go play the game I like, and I don't really care what other people say or what other people do. I'm just like, I'm gonna go do my thing, because this is what makes me happy, so I'm gonna go do this, so I'm gonna go make content about. I don't think that deeply. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I like killer, so I'm gonna go play killer. But for some reason, people really seem to like get it in their heads that like, if I main survivor or if I main killer, I have to like be ride or die for that side, and I have to hate the other side. And that's something I've like literally like never understood ever. I think the comment that caused this, I got a comment recently that was like, without killers, there wouldn't be a Dead by Daylight. Well, yeah, but also, without the survivors, there wouldn't be a Dead by Daylight. It takes both of us. It takes two to tango. It literally takes both of us to play this game. They said that like it was like their magic trump card. They're like, haha, without killers, there'd be no Dead by Daylight. And it's like, no, without both of us, without both survivor and killer, there would be no Dead by Daylight. Like, period. There just wouldn't be. Like, you literally need both to play the game. You literally need both to play the game. Especially at high MMR. High MMR, there's a killer saturation. They found that in the data mine. There is a killer saturation at high MMR and a survivor scarcity at high MMR. So at high MMR, you need those survivors, because there's not a lot playing at high MMR. Mostly because, they're mostly making dumb plays. Not dumb plays, we're making risky plays because they're bored, because they want to do fun things and not gens, so they're dying. But that's an MMR discussion. But, and then at like lower, at the lower end of things, at low MMR, there's an oversaturation of survivors. And they need more killers at low MMR. There always needs to be two of these people. Both of these sides, to make things go, to make things work. So I literally do not understand this idea of like, oh, I'm a killer, so I have to hate survivors, survivor mains, and the fact that behavior gives things to survivors. I do not get why this is the pipeline. I do not. Do you think because you're an absolute to somebody who plays killer and just doesn't necessarily hate survivors, that behavior is going to ride in on a white horse and change the game to be more killer-sided? Do you think that's how that's going to work? Do you think if you go harass people on Twitter because they happen to main the side of the game you don't like, that suddenly behavior is going to wake up, smell the roses, and like make your side super powerful? Do you really think that's how that works? Like, what is your end goal by having this like weird tribal warfare between the two sides? Like, I literally cannot fathom, besides being an immature little tool, why you would do that. Like, I have no idea. Like, absolutely no idea. Like, besides just straight up being a shithead, like, I have no idea what you're trying to accomplish. It literally does nothing. It literally does nothing. And it's absolutely preposterous. It like, your path of logic literally makes no sense. Literally makes no sense at all. Yes, there's gonna be people biased on both sides. Like, I think a lot of things. I have a lot of thoughts about this game that a lot of people don't agree with. I think Dead Hard's really, really dumb. And I think exhaustion perks in general are really dumb. I hate them. I think they're boring, they're stupid, and I wish they weren't in the game. Not all people agree with that. I had an argument with somebody in not an argument. We had a discussion. Nobody was mad, but I had a discussion in a Twitch chat the other day. Somebody was just like, ride or die for Dead Hard, and I'm like, it's stronger than it's ever been, and it's really infuriating. You know, like, it's whatever. It's just my opinion, you know? But I'm not like, yeah, that person's a survivor main. They like Dead Hard. That entitled little piece of shit, I fucking hate them, and I hope they get all the bad things happen to them in life. I hope Santa gives them coal, and I hope that, you know, somebody, you know, like, it's just, people get so like crazy about this game, dude. And it's like, you do realize that, like, for every normal human being on this planet, you're just firing up a game and playing a game with cool characters that you like in a fun gameplay loop. Like, what happened that got this so deep for so many people? What happened that made this me versus you, we're at war with the survivors? Like, trust me, dude. Like, we're not going to war, dude. We're just playing a video game. That's literally all that's happening. We're just playing a video game. I maybe you can help me understand. Maybe I'm just being like really naive and people really are just this stupid, whiny and immature all the time. But like, I just, for the life of me, cannot figure out why it's got to be me versus you. Why it's got to be survivors versus killers. And outside the game is what I mean. Like, that's the name of the game in the game. But like, outside the game, why do we have to hate each other? Why do we have to go against each other? And every time anybody says anything even slightly like this, like one of these videos where it's like, I don't know why we fight, everybody's like, well, of course, you're a behavior shill or something dumb like that. Like, like what happened to the community that has made them so volatile and hateful towards the opposing sides? Like, what happened? Like, that's one thing I've noticed in VHS so far is like, VHS is like, you go in there and like, there's some like people who, you know, get mad, but like, for the most part, they're just like, yeah, nice player, you know, GGs at each other, you know. And it's probably because it's just a closed beta right now, so a lot of people are grateful to even be in the beta. I think that's probably it. I think I answered my own question there. But like, at least for right now, everybody's just like, yo, good player. Oh yeah, it happens. You know, like, people are not as like monster versus teen in that game. Like, people aren't like, people don't hate the other side. But in Dead by Daylight, it's like, if you're killer main, it's like you're part of a gang and you're at a war with the survivor gang, and it's like, it's really cringy, it's really awkward, and I can't begin to understand it. But I guess if I wanted to say anything with this video, it's like, I'm not changing my mind. If you have an issue with the fact that I just kind of play the game and I am more concerned with the health of the game over picking a side, then like, go away. Like, that's not what you want to say as a YouTuber, because you want to get as many views and subs as possible. But like, if that's really your understanding of the game, that you think it's okay to go yell at people and freak out because they play a certain role in a video game, dude, this ain't the community for you. It's just not. Like, we're like, the world sucks enough. It doesn't need any help. It doesn't need somebody like going and being mean to somebody because ooh, you used the knife and I run away from the knife. Like that's like 2 IQ thought. Okay, like, we don't do that here. We don't do the We don't treat people like garbage for no reason here. So yeah, just know that content is not shifting. You're not going to change my mind. You're not going to move me on that. This whole tribal warfare thing between the two sides is dumb, and hopefully you can help me understand it, because I sure have no idea why it's a thing. But yeah, a little bit more of a fiery one today. Hopefully you enjoyed that video and that commentary, friendos. If you like my videos and you want to see more of them, because I do upload daily, make sure you like and sub, because that's how these videos continue to show up in your YouTube homepage. Otherwise, it just hides them from you, because YouTube is literally evil. Okay, maybe they're not literally evil, but they're very much favoring, official entertainment bodies over small creators now. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, support your small creators. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, but if I don't, I'll see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye. Bye-bye.